Hello, my name is Tanja from nft-tokenizer.com.
And my name is Nat, and I'm also from nft-tokenizer.com.
And today we're going to discuss the topic of community building with decentralized autonomous organizations and through NFTs and metaverses.
Amazing. So where do we start, Tanja? Let's see. Community building is a wonderful idea. We do a lot of it in the real world, but how might that work in a digital space, such as the metaverse?
So now we have a technical tool, decentralized autonomous organizations. They run on blockchains and they facilitate democratic participation of anyone who holds a token or an NFT. And so people can basically buy the token, come together for a particular purpose. Everything is being recorded on the blockchain, which is transparent and immutable. And decision-making is facilitated through smart contracts, which automatically execute transactions. And it's just a technological vehicle through which companies can be run. But there's no centralized authority, but it's decentralized. So people from all over the world can come together. And this is basically the beauty of blockchain, that it is decentralized.
Yeah.
So from all over the world, people can come together to work on a particular project. And metaverses,
A decentralized community essentially is a group of people who all have a shared interest or goal, let's say. So, I mean, I know you did talk about the reforestation DAOs, but this could be applicable to any scenario, really, couldn't it? So let's say, for example, you wanted to have, we talked about charitable decentralized communities. So we're talking about how people can raise money for charitable endeavors through a decentralized community. So they've all got a shared goal. Let's say, for example, it could be homelessness, which is obviously a big topic right now. And the problem with traditional charities, so to speak, is the governance is not actually accessible by the common person. So you might donate to that charity, but you've got no real idea of where that money is actually going to go. So, you know, some of it might actually go to the boots on the ground. So some of it might go into the day-to-day delivery of service, if you like. But the majority of it will probably go to the back office costs. It will go to pay for the chief executive. It will go to pay for the finance officers. It will go to those kinds of people. But the beauty of a decentralized community run by a DAO with smart contracts, as I understand it, is that it's truly a democratic process. So if you own the token or the NFT, which will give you the rights to vote, then everybody has the same equal vote. So when it comes to raising funds, everyone has a vote as to what those funds are used for.
Yeah, again, it can be structured. If you have more, you could have possibly more voting rights. But the point is you partake. If you have a token, you are part, if you have a governance token, you're part of the governance, and you will decide where the money will go. You can vote, you have voting rights, and again, you also see where the money goes because everything is being recorded on the blockchain. So it's just a really useful tool. And then having this tool is also great because there's the metaverses now, and people can literally meet, they can arrange a meeting, and people can come together from all over the world. And the NFTs can also give access to the meetings, for example, and other people can also be invited to the meetings in the metaverse. One can also host events, one can do auctions for charitable purposes. So one can use the metaverse as the platform
so
where
it's the conduit
everybody can collaborate from.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, and just that, I mean, it's a really interesting concept about using charities because charities can do lots of functions in terms of fundraising events where people could get access to a particular event if they purchase that particular NFT. So, you know, when we were talking previously about members only content for like content creators and things like that, this would give people access to something. So for example, you know, I'm just thinking out loud, a charity ball in the metaverse, what might that look like? I don't know, but this is the kind of thing that we're talking about, isn't it? Where it could literally be applicable to any given thing that you can do in the, let's say, in the ordinary space of fundraising. You could transfer that into the metaverse, and NFTs would be the vehicle to get access to those things.
Yeah, and to raise the funds as well for the charitable purposes. So basically you can collaborate with artists, or you can, if it's a homeless project, you could speak with people on the street who need apartments, and you could tell their story, and they could directly raise funds through the NFT. So their story could be turned into an NFT, and then people could directly purchase the NFT. Cool. And the NFT for a particular homeless person could be made available, I don't know, 500 times. And then that way the apartment could be funded for that homeless person, and then the homeless person could show directly the end result afterwards. So you
Absolutely.
again connect.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, that is just fascinating because, you know, I mean, that is a really fascinating use case, because it's something, again, transparent, and there's you know, there is an audit trail that is evident in that whole process. Whereas, you know, sometimes local authorities, homeless charities, whoever is involved with helping people to move off the street, there isn't particularly a high level of, like I said, you know, I just use a charity like Homeless Link, for example. They will write, and like, you know, in their AGM every year, they will have, you know, these wonderful stories of, you know, Becky was taken from the street and she now lives in a 2-bedroom flat in, you know, Bexley Hill or wherever, and life is great. But you don't really know the authenticity of that, you know, so you don't know whether or not that's an actual real scenario, or how she got from where she was to where she is. Whereas an NFT could actually verify, you could verify that information, store it in the NFT on the blockchain, and it would be absolutely guaranteed, because it's immutable, isn't it? So once it's on there.
Yeah, and you can even make the wallet of the person who needs the money available. And again, also with micro donation, it opens up a whole new world, because, for example, if now you wanted to give someone in Africa something and they just need, I don't know, £5 with cryptocurrencies, you can just send £5 over. Whereas normally with money transfers, it's just too expensive to do this. So, you know, because the thing is, it's cryptocurrency as well, which is super fast. It reaches there instantly. And also you can do microtransactions, which is also really, really nice. And again, you can do community building also, you know, little micro projects, you know, there, and you can immediately also see the results. I mean, you can build that within to the structure of whatever, you know, however you want to now structure this DAO, and the setup with the metaverse and the NFTs, you know.
Exactly. And I know, you know, we were saying about adoption, you know, people might be a bit wary about adoption because it's not quite all there yet. But now is the time to do it, because once it is there, once it is all fully functioning, there won't be enough space for everybody to get involved, you know. So now is the time for community building, particularly because it's the opportunity for us to be involved in shaping what that looks like, rather than coming in at the back end and saying, well, this is what we've got now, you know. So it's a great opportunity, I think.
Yeah, the future has to be still written. And so one can build whatever one really wants to create. And we can now do it on a global scale by bringing people together. I mean, we have already had social media, but now we also have this combined with finance, and that opens up a whole new avenue. And then the fact that it's also transparent and immutable just makes it a lot easier. And then we have the technology of smart contracts. We have also AI these days. So all of this makes it a lot smoother, basically, and more efficient to
and
cooperate.
I think the thing is that what people may not understand right now is that there is a whole lot more transparency, trust, and openness in the decentralized world than there is in the centralized world, which seems ironic.
Yeah, exactly. You can just track, you know, whatever has been done on that blockchain, so you know where the transactions have gone into rich wallets. And like I said, the DAO structure is just, it's very democratic. Everybody who has a token can participate in the voting rights, and that just creates a good system to create new structures, new communities and new interest groups. I mean, for whichever purpose it might be, whether it's for science or for education or any sector, pretty much.
Exactly. Well, I think that is a good place to stop. Can you believe we've been talking for 10 minutes?
Yeah, maybe we should have said bye-bye, but yeah.
No, we can say goodbye. But just any final comments on decentralized community building, Tanja?
Not really. I mean, with the decentralized autonomous organizations, it's also good to have a legal structure, because one, we have the technological structure, the DAO, but it's also useful to have the DAO legal structure, and there are different jurisdictions which are friendly. So in Wyoming, for example, it's a good place to create DAOs, but I'm sure lots of jurisdictions will start competing for creating friendly regulatory regimes for these new forms of corporations or, DAOs. So, but
yes.
we'll probably touch on this one in a different video. So,
where can people come to find out more information, Tanja?
Exactly. All right.
You can visit nft-tokenizer.com and get in touch. You can comment, leave a note under this video, and we will check and see and respond where we can. And yes, we will see each other next time, I think, Tanja. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Goodbye.